Welcome back to the Bleachers. My name is Josue Rodriguez, and I got with me,
Orlando Perez.
and today we're going to be talking about, the life into the sports world with Orlando, and kind of how did he get here at the University of St. Mary's. Orlando, give me a little bit of information of, your life over in Cali, um, and how that transcended you moving over here.
Well, first, thank you for having me. My life in California. Well, I graduated high school in 2018. Well, first and foremost, I play soccer. Um, I switched to being goalkeeper when I was 13 years old. It's like a position that I was really passionate about, and I've like loved the adrenaline, and the game just felt more natural for me at that position. But at the same time, I knew a couple people didn't like that decision because, mind you, I wasn't at the skill level that other people were on my team. I wasn't as good, so it took a lot of work. So going into my senior year was my first time playing high school soccer. So playing varsity for the first time. I only started like the last 5 games of the season, which to me was great because from not being a good goalkeeper to being started the last 5 games to me it was great. And after high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do at all, like soccer or life wise, career wise. So I took the choices going into my community college nearby, Contra Costa College, and just the hopes to find a career that I like. And I also did play soccer there for my first two. I redshirted my first year and then played my first 2 years following that. And then unfortunately, COVID hit. So during that time, I wasn't working. I still didn't know what I wanted to do for my career wise. Um, when COVID was like going away. I moved to Sacramento and just started working. I took a gap year and just I knew I wanted to work. I wanted to make money. And I was like a year and a half in of just working and I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do. Like I would have back pain. I worked construction, so I worked hours that I didn't like. It was just constant things of it just led to unhappiness. So I went back home, you know, I trained. I did things that made me happy again to made me feel myself, which was soccer. Soccer was the main thing that made me me. So once I reached out to St. Mary's because my brother knows this assistant coach Steven that was here at the time. He gave me in contact and my brother basically told me I was like I have the skill set to play there. It's just up to me to go there and do well academically, which unfortunately hasn't been, we're in the process of slowly getting there.
I mean, talk to me about your process of, you arriving to the University of St. Mary, and I know you talked about academically and how has that affected you, I guess you can say mentally as an athlete. Um, you know, you watching your guys play, you're watching other keepers play, especially on your position, watching them play. Is it the part that you feel that could be me out there, or, are you afraid that you're losing your level? And you won't be able to compete with them. Give me some inside information on that.
100%. So like on the fall of 2023 is my first time I came to St. Mary's and I found out that I was ineligible with point 0.9 credits missing. So once I found that out, all the emotions came coming in like anger, sadness. I moved across the country to, play a sport and, you know, and and do school as well. But it was very difficult that first semester because I lived in a house with all my teammates. I was able to attend practice and everything. But when it was like away games, it was an empty house. I would watch the games alone. And it was very frustrating, watching the games, like you said, like watching someone else play my position. Um, Knowing I could be fighting for it, it was difficult. But I knew, like when I was younger, I knew I wasn't the best. So I was never really a starter. So I knew I just had to be patient and just wait for my time to come. And like I said, it's been 2 years since I played an actual season, like a long, like season of games.
Mhm.
So I don't know how my level will be once I start playing games again. I do hope it's back to where it was because I do feel like I've been playing better than I was before when I was younger. So hopefully this fall when the time comes, it all the puzzles fall into piece.
Yeah. And I know, at least I know you've been getting your reps in and getting your time in because I know. I think almost 2 years ago, or about a year ago, I tried to get you on to Southside. But like I said, the biggest thing is trying to, for at least for me, is trying to convince college guys that you still have to pay because, unfortunately, this is a club that just started, um, and we don't have that many funds to keep doing that. So I know I was trying to get you on, but I think you played on for KC Surf, correct?
Yeah.
So at least you got your reps, and tell me about that. How's you can say now you play semi-pro ball within UPSL. Tell me how that experience was within that league, facing other really great competition. Especially, I think in that league you would have faced Toros, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
From De
Those
Soto.
like those are biggest competition, I feel like. Um, but to me, I feel like it was an eye opener because once like I didn't get to play my first season here, so I haven't played in a high level like that against college students and like semi-professional players like that in a while. So for me, it was an eye opener that like, wow, okay, so the work that I've been putting in so far away from the team hasn't been enough. So this off season, like since that season to now, I've been putting, more stretches, more focus on my legs. So because during that game, it was like a 5 hour car ride. And that's how every game is gonna be for us the same area. So it'd be a long car ride and my legs just feel heavy. So it's just mainly working on things like that and just things that I know that I'm happy I know now for the future.
So tell me, are we expecting you to play this coming fall season?
Yeah, so I mean,
Okay.
last semester my GPA was a 2.4, and this semester all my grades are A's, only have one C. So I've talked to coach and everything, so he says as long as my grades are like that, I'm straight. I'm all eligible for this for the fall. So from now to fall is just preparation. I'm trying out for since KC Surf is taking the year off, I tried out for KC Legends and also tried out for Sunflower and Santa Fe. Well, those two teams are USL two. I haven't heard anything back, so I mean that's fine. I know it's part of the like it's the nature of the game. You feel me? To not get calls back. So I mean it's nothing against me. I just know that whatever team takes me, it's an opportunity. So.
Yeah. So then tell me this is gonna be the last question before we head out, but tell me how you come into the season, you can share it or you can keep it in a way. Either you guys play like, you guys are really good to the point where the coach has to play you at halves, or he plays you 2 games and then you sit out 2 games for the other guy. Tell me, what is your process when it comes to, what you think would be best for the team and what you think you can provide when it comes to that?
So for me, how I look at it, to be honest, coming into the season, the thing I love about our coach, whoever played the best that week. So for me, I feel like if coach picks someone else out of the other six goalkeepers that he feels is best to play that game, by all means, to me, all I care about is winning. If I'm on the field, I'm out there to win. If I get subbed out, that's fine. It's best for the game. I'm not doing what was best. I'll let the other guy step in. Whichever one of us is in the goal, I feel like we have a good possibility of winning. I just love being on the field and I love working. So for me, I just love being out there. So to me, that's always my goal. But I understand that is patience. It's one position.
I appreciate having you here, Orlando, with all the information that you've given us on the inside of being a college athlete, and at the same time kind of being an athlete coming out from a different state, coming to the small town of Leavenworth, Kansas, and your perspective of how you see life and how you've gone through life. So yeah, I really appreciate that.
I appreciate you for having me, for real.
No
Thank you.
problem. Well, we'll catch you on the next episode for Behind the Bleachers. Until next time, see you guys later.